All right, let's dive into something that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but I promise you it's very, very real. We're not just talking about smartwatches or fitness trackers today. No, we're talking about clothes. Clothes that can actually feel what you're feeling and change in real time. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Imagine your sweater sensing that you're stressed out and trying to calm you down, or your jacket glowing with excitement because you are. This is way beyond just fashion. It's about having a real interactive relationship with the things we wear every single day. So there's an actual name for this stuff. It's called emotion adaptive clothing. And the key thing to get here is that it's this constant conversation, right? The clothing is sensing what's happening inside your body, your physiological state, and then it's instantly reflecting that on the outside for you and maybe everyone else to see. So you're probably wondering, right? How on earth can a shirt feel anything? Well, it's not exactly the fabric that's doing the feeling. It's a whole integrated sensory system that's constantly, and I mean constantly, monitoring your body's signals. So let's break down what it's actually looking for. Just look at all the different things it's picking up on. It's tracking your heart rate, your body temp, even the rhythm of your breathing. It's also measuring stress through something called galvanic skin response, or GSR, which is basically a fancy way of saying it measures tiny changes in sweat on your skin. It's a fantastic indicator of stress or excitement. By mixing all of these signals together, the system builds this incredibly detailed picture of you right in that moment. Okay, so we know what it's sensing. The big question is, how does it actually pull it off? Well, the real magic here is in the combination of two things: the tiny, sophisticated hardware woven right into the garment, and the super smart software that makes sense of all that chaotic data. Let's look at how those two parts work together. And this, right here, is the perfect way to think about it. The hardware, all those little biosensors, they're like the clothing's senses. They're out there just gathering all the raw info. But that data is pretty much useless without a brain to figure out what it all means. And that's exactly where the AI software comes in. It takes all those signals and turns them into an actual identifiable emotion. So let's get into the nitty-gritty, the actual hardware. On the input side, you've got sensors for your heart rate, your stress levels, and your breathing. All of that data gets fed into this tiny little computer, the ESP32 microcontroller, which does the initial processing. Then on the output side, you've got all the cool stuff that makes the changes visible. LED fibers that can light up, thermochromic patches that change color with heat, and even flexible e-ink strips for displaying pattern. Now, for the AI brain, the really clever part is that it's not just one AI doing all the work. It's more like a team, a hybrid system. Each part of the AI is a specialist. You have one model that's great at estimating stress based on your heart rate, and another that looks at patterns over time to understand more complex moods. Using this team approach means the system gets a way more accurate and nuanced picture of how you're really feeling. It's not just a simple happy or sad toggle switch. So when you put it all together, it's this super fast 4-step loop that's happening all the time, in real time. Step 1, sensors collect data. Step 2, the microcontroller crunches the numbers. Step 3, the AI brain analyzes it all and identifies an emotion. And finally, step 4, the fabric gets the signal and changes its appearance. And all of this happens in the blink of an eye. Okay, this is my favorite part. This is where all that invisible data, all that syncing and sensing, becomes something you can actually see. We've talked about the feeling and the thinking. Now let's look at the expression. How do these internal emotions actually show up on the clothes? So what kind of feelings can it actually pick up on? Well, it's not just happy or sad. We're talking about a pretty wide spectrum here. The AI is trained to recognize a whole range of states, from calm and tired to stressed, happy, excited, and even fearful. And each one of these distinct feelings triggers a totally unique response from the fabric. And here's how it all translates into what you see on the fabric. If the AI figures out you're stressed, the garment might shift to calming, cool colors, like a soft blue. Feeling happy? It could burst into vibrant yellows and pinks. But check this out. This is what blows my mind: the anxiety response. The clothing doesn't just change color, it actually warms up around your chest to give you a physical sense of comfort. It's literally clothing that cares about you. All right, so this is all incredibly cool, for sure. But what's the point? Beyond the wow factor, why does this matter in the real world? Well, this technology has the potential to move way beyond just being a gadget. We're talking about something that could genuinely change lives and even entire industries. And the potential here, it's absolutely massive. We can break it down into at least 6 major areas where this kind of emotion-adaptive clothing could be a complete and total game changer. I mean, just think about the possibilities here. They're kind of staggering. In mental health, a therapist could get real-time biofeedback from their patient's shirt. For people who have trouble communicating verbally, this clothing could literally become their voice. Then you've got the creative world, fashion shows where the clothes react to the music, or VR gaming suits that make you feel the tension of the game through your whole body. The possibilities are just wow. And all of this leads us to one final, really personal question. This tech offers us a future where our clothes are a true extension of our inner selves. But it also means our feelings could be out there for everyone to see. So I'll just leave you with this to chew on. If your clothes could show the world how you truly feel,